From the early 1960s through the mid-1980s, Taco Bell restaurants were built in a distinctive Spanish-inspired architectural style, featuring white stucco or brick walls, red tile roofs, arched windows, and often a small decorative bell tower. These structures became known as the brand's mission-style buildings. Beginning in the late 1980s, the design was gradually phased out. Today, only a few of these locations remain in operation, though many of the original buildings still stand, repurposed for new businesses. This former Taco Bell in Long Beach, California, was built in 1963 and was one of the first Taco Bell restaurants opened. The building has gone mostly unchanged and is the most intact of the original Taco Bell building style. It still has the original seating and an oversized fire pit. The restaurant closed after only a couple years in operation, and the building has housed Chema's Place since the 1970s. This former Taco Bell in Buena Park, California, originally opened on July 1st, 1966 and operated for 2 decades before closing in 1986, when a newer restaurant was built nearby. Despite the passage of time and changes in ownership, the building has retained several of its original features, like the fire pit in the front. Since around 2018, it has been home to Kobe Kyukatsu. This former Taco Bell building in Gardena, California, was one of the first 100 restaurants opened. It opened on April 1st, 1966, and closed in 1987. Over the 29 years since it shut down, the building has stayed largely intact, preserving much of its original structure and design. The only notable changes are the removal of the outdoor seating area and the fire pit. This Taco Bell restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona, opened on July 3rd, 1966. Newer signage was added around 1987, and the patio was constructed in 1988. The location became well known as one of the oldest continuously operating Taco Bell restaurants in the chain. On April 12, 2025, the restaurant permanently closed after a newer, modern location opened nearby. The future of the original building remains unknown. This former Taco Bell in San Diego, California, opened on July 1st, 1966, and operated until sometime around 1980. Since at least 2007, the building has been home to El Rodeo Mexican food. While the structure has been repainted over the years, much of its original features remain intact, including the fire pit and seating area. This Taco Bell in Santa Barbara, California, opened in 1966 and continues to operate today, making it one of the chain's long-standing locations. The building has undergone very minimal remodeling over the decades, retaining much of its original design. Notably, it still features a bell mounted at the top of the structure. At some point before 2007, the dining area was expanded, with a 4th arch added to the right side of the building. This Taco Bell building in Garden Grove, California, was constructed in 1985 and is notable for being one of the last mission-style structures ever built by the chain. The restaurant remained in operation until sometime between the mid-1990s and the early 2000s, when it ultimately closed. Today, the building is occupied by Alberto's Mexican food. While it has been repainted, the original structure remains intact. This building in Paramount, California, now home to Gio's Tacos No. 2, originally operated as a Taco Bell from around February 1964 until either 1980 or 1981. After Taco Bell moved out, the structure underwent several exterior changes. The building was repainted, and the distinctive upper roof section featuring the iconic bell was removed. The original form of the building is still intact. In Elkhart, Indiana, a weathered and dilapidated building sits abandoned, quietly deteriorating with time. The structure originally operated as a Taco Bell from 1977 until approximately 1997, when a newer replacement restaurant was constructed across the street. The building later became home to Walk-In for a few years, during which much of the original interior was left intact. Walk-In eventually moved out in the late 2000s, leaving the building vacant once again. Since then, it has remained unused, slowly succumbing to neglect and decay. Years of exposure and lack of maintenance have taken their toll on the building, and it now stands as a fading reminder of its past, with its future uncertain. This abandoned building in Tustin, California, originally opened as a Taco Bell in around 1970. Remarkably, the restaurant was never remodeled and remained virtually unchanged throughout its entire operation. When the restaurant closed in 2013, it still retained its original design and features. Since then, the building has sat vacant, with little visible alteration. Many original elements remain, including the now crumbling fire pit. In 2018, the building briefly gained new life when it was transformed into a 1960s-style Taco Bell set for the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. In Moreno Valley, California, what is believed to be the final mission-style Taco Bell ever constructed is still standing. The restaurant opened sometime in 1986 and remained in operation until the late 2000s. Today, the building houses Albertaco's Mexican food and has since been repainted, though its original architectural form remains recognizable. The first Taco Bell built in Texas still stands in El Paso. It opened on August 19, 1967, and remained in operation until 1997. Some of the original seating still remains out front, although a portion of the tables and benches have been moved to the side of the building. The upper roof section, which once featured the iconic bell, has been removed, and the building has been repainted, altering its original appearance. Many more original mission-style Taco Bell buildings still exist, and these are just a few examples.